Hey everyone, Andre here with something a little bit different, because we were recently contacted by Bill over at the YouTube channel Retro Comparisons about a video that they just recently finished putting together, in which they compared every single game that released on both the NES and Super Nintendo, putting them side by side in an ultimate graphics comparison. That's over 100 games, or 103 to be precise. I didn't even realize there were that many games released on both systems. Although it should be noted that not all these games are ports, with some of them essentially being entirely different games made by different development teams, such as with Dragon's Lair, which Bill told us made it a bit challenging at times to find areas similar enough between them in order to make the comparison at all. The entire video is just under an hour long, though that's nothing compared to the over 400 hours that Bill spent putting it all together, as they told us via email. It's an incredible effort that I highly recommend checking out for yourself, and you'll find a link to it in the description below. But I did want to highlight just a few of the comparisons that I found most interesting, because some of the games are surprisingly close in appearance, with the NES version putting up a real fight, like with Ninja Gaiden 2, Best of the Best Championship Karate, Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing, or Batman Return to the Joker, which has some jaw-dropping environmental effects for an NES game. Look at that, that's practically a Super NES game. It arguably even looks better than the Super NES game. However, some of the NES games are shockingly bad by comparison too, like with some of the Disney games such as Lion King or Aladdin. What is going on with that frame rate? And there's just something about the people in Jeopardy for the NES that just makes me laugh. I'm sorry everyone, you're all beautiful in your own way. It's also fun to see some of the changes made for different hardware, like how both versions of Joe and Mac have an impressive T-Rex battle, though it takes place on opposite sides of the screen for whatever reason. And I personally really enjoyed seeing how Nintendo updated the NES games for the Super Nintendo in Mario All-Stars, with the addition of some pretty nice graphical flourishes, even if some may still argue that they're a step back from the original settings. So those are just some of the highlights that stood out to me, but make sure to check out the full video for yourself and let us know which ones stood out to you too. You'll find a link to the video and Retro Comparisons channel in the description below. We've also included links to other comprehensive comparisons that they've made that you might find interesting, such as all Atari 2600 games versus NES, or all Nintendo 64 games versus GameCube. Heck yeah, that's right up my alley. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and of course make sure to subscribe to GameXplain for more on Nintendo and everything else gaming too. We'll catch you later. Bye everyone!